Caitlin is with us. Caitlin's in Memphis. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave and Ken. How are you guys?
Good. What's up?
Great. So I'm 23 years old. I just graduated with my master's on April 30th.
Congratulations. In what?
Awesome.
Thank you. In cybersecurity.
Ooh.
Wow.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
You hear that sound?
So,
You hear that printing press sound in the background, folks? That's money.
Yeah, she knows it too. That's the laugh of, yeah, you're right.
Good for you.
So, thank you. So my mother informed me that she has zero saved for retirement and expects me to take care of her during her retirement years.
Ooh.
Obviously, I don't want to abandon my mother. So how can I best prepare myself to take care of her when that time comes?
You're 23. How old is your
Yes,
mother?
sir. She is 46, sir.
Okay. So what part of her childhood trauma has damaged her psychologically to make this ridiculous but statement?
That I am not sure.
Do you agree that that's absolutely ludicrous for a 46-year-old to put on a 23-year-old that you're going to have to take care of me someday? When you've got 20 more years to work, you ought to be taking care of yourself?
When you put it that way, sure. But I do love my mother.
That's not a question of loving your mother. It's not a question of honoring your mother. Your mother's misbehaving.
Does she work now? Does she have any type of career or job, or there's some type of challenge she's dealing with that makes her put this on you? What's the backstory?
She does work. She's a secretary and making around $30K a year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I just think it's a matter of not knowing how to get to. Since she hasn't saved up to this point, I think it's a matter of not knowing how to start, or that type of thing.
Well, is this a flippant comment, or you think she seriously expects you to just to write her checks when she retires because she's worked her whole life and didn't bother?
I think it's 100% serious, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, there's two or three issues going on. Okay. Issue number one is the answer to your question is how do you help anyone financially? You first have to put your own oxygen mask on, meaning that you can't help people if you're broke, so you need to become wealthy. And you're going to do that. You're going to be making a lot of money, and you're going to follow the baby steps that we teach, and you're going to stay out of debt, and you're going to invest and save, and you're going to be a multimillionaire by the time you're 40. Okay? And so you'll be able to write her checks. That does not mean you should, but mathematically you would be able to if you followed that. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the next part of the question for me is, how do we honor the office of motherhood? In other words, the Bible says honor your father and mother. It does not say buy them cocaine if they are a cocaine addict. That is not honoring them. And so the Bible's not suggesting that by honoring your parents you participate in their misbehavior. And for a 46-year-old to plan on retiring broke and be taken care of by their children is misbehavior in the American culture. Now, in some cultures, it would not be. But in North America, in Memphis, Tennessee, that's misbehavior. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
So how can we help mom when mom is engaged in misbehavior, behavior that's inappropriate? And so what I would do is this. I would say, hey, Mom, I'm going to go through this class because I'm going to start making a lot of money called Financial Peace University to learn how to handle money. And, man, I really want you to go with me. Would you go with me, Mom? And I'll pay for it. And let's get her in this class and teach her how to handle money. And let's get her believing, having some hope that she actually could have the dignity of controlling her own destination without depending upon her daughter. Because I got to tell you, I don't know what kind of person it is that actually feels okay about themselves when they are planning to fail and dump it on their own kids. I don't think she feels good about herself when she says that. Or she does. If she does, then somebody needs to bust her. And we can take care of either one. We can help her by busting her, or we can help her.
That's right. And Caitlin,
help her by having some hope again and going, okay, hey, let's take this $32,000. Let's motivate you to get that income up. Let's motivate you to get your budget going and start saving, because she honestly should be able to take care of herself, and I can show her how, and I will show her how, and I'll pay for it.
Yeah. Caitlin, what's missing here is your mom simply doesn't know. That's what you said early in the call. She just doesn't know. And so if you could take her to that class and then begin to cast a vision for her, to show her at the age of 46, if she puts away this amount of money per year over the next 20 years, where she can get to. She just needs to see some vision as well. So don't just take her to the class and encourage her, show her, but begin to take that knowledge that Dave's going to teach in that class and show her how to see what she could actually do. I mean, a lot of times, Dave, ignorance is debilitating.
Yeah, you don't know, and so you become hopeless, and then you do stupid stuff like, dump this on your 23-year-old kid.
Yeah.
It's just absurd. So I want you to hear, the main thing I want you to come away from this conversation with Caitlin is the courage to say, Mom, you're responsible for you. Don't need to be. And no, I don't accept this assignment. And I do love you. And oh, by the way, this woman right here, she could be a travel agent for guilt trips sometimes, can't she?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so don't cash the ticket in on the guilt trip. Just go, yeah, I know,
Mom. It's a matter of, I'm one of 4 kids who, not to, throw dirt on my siblings, but I'm the one who, quote unquote, made it out and actually did something with my life.
Yeah, because you're going to go big. Your income's going to be more than your brothers and sisters put together.
Yes, sir. I'm starting with $100K.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you're going to 200 in an eye blink in your world, if you're smart as I think you are.
And Caitlin,
but that does not mean you have to take care of everybody that won't take care of themselves.
Right.
That is not a moral obligation on your part. And I want to set you free from that. Then, if you choose to turn around, once you're emotionally free from this toxic argument, this toxic mandate that's coming at you, once you're emotionally free from that, if you still choose to come back as a position of strength when you don't have to, but even though I don't have to, I want to, I'm still going to be kind and I'm going to help some people that are in a mess, then that's fine. That's fine. But I don't want you signing up at 23 years old for a 46-year-old babysitting job. That's just ridiculous.
That's right. And Caitlin, I would also tell you, if you're not careful, there's an emotional trap in this relationship. And here's the trap. Mom puts the pressure on you to do this. You love your mom. You don't want to disappoint mom. So here's what happens. You do something that inherently you shouldn't have to do. And in trying to please your mom, you end up resenting your mom.
Yep.
And what Dave is telling you to do is, you need to be okay disappointing mom, but in disappointing her, hopefully pointing her to a better future. And then in the end, you won't resent her. And so I would always rather disappoint a family member or a friend than I would resent them. Because, see, the disappointment is on her side. The resentment will stay with you the rest of your life. And so you got to be careful of the emotional trap here.
Here's the last part of the story. And then I want you to hold on. Kelly's going to sign you and your mom up for Financial Peace University. I'm going to pay for it. I want you guys to go to the class, okay? We want to help you fix this problem. But here's the last part. When you meet a guy, if he's a really good guy and he wants to be your husband and you want to be his wife and you fall in love, he's not going to like this deal. He's not going to like this obligation that comes with this deal. I met this great gal, but she insists on taking care of her mother, who won't take care of herself. That's, how can I say this? Highly unattractive. That's a good way of saying it. There you go. Okay.